All right. So it says the most damning evidence extracted from Rudolf Hole's deposition about his role at the Auschwitz death camp in Poland. How does evidence compare with O'Leary's drawings? So I think I'll just go over the first point because it wouldn't let me access the O'Leary's drawings, but I would assume that it would be um, horrifying images, right? So I would just go over the deposition of like what his role was. It was overseeing the population, right, of these Jews and how they would transfer them from to the prisoners, how they would transfer them to the death camps and the chambers, the death chambers. So it's horrible, right? In the next question, it it's horrible because they would say how they could maximize these factories, these industrialized factories. So it says it gives an example of 200 and then they made an adjustment. So now the death chambers could hold up to 2,000, right? And kill these Jews. And yeah, it's horrible because they were trying to maximize the final step, the final plan, final solution. And then it goes on to say, in your opinion, what could have driven seemingly rational people like Holes and other Nazis who were in charge of these camps to carry out a sophisticated human extermination program and normalize it? It normalize it, normalize it without thinking there was anything wrong with it. So I don't think, I don't think, I don't think they normalized it. I believe they thought they had a job to do, and if they didn't do that job, then they would be killed by these leaders of the Nazi, right? So they would see these humans with these ribs and they wouldn't look humane at all. They would look distorted in like almost a animal way, right? So you can kind of see the picture of them not thinking they were human, but then they were also killing women and children. So children, that's the part where I don't think they would ever live with themselves if they killed children, right? But it was normalized because I feel like it was part of their patriocy to don't go against the government. Suppose you are in 1945 after the war and you are in a position to draft policies for the US government or post-war Europe. You came across these revelations just a few days ago. What would you recommend the United States should do to address refugees and survivors of the Holocaust? Well, aid them in any way possible we can in providing funds for homes, for rehabilitation, for them to get a government, right? And well, obviously for them to have political power somewhat to be able to interchange commerce with other nations, as well as to provide funds for food and housing.